Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a weekly horoscope from June the 3rd until June the 9th, 2018, and this is for you coming from Scorpio. Let's start with June the 3rd, and it's a brilliant morning and afternoon period for you. Everything you do very, very well. You are in charge. Mixed business and pleasure, I can see business planets there as well. And whatever you are, even with your colleagues or your bosses or with the people you love, you will be very well received and you will be in charge and you will do things well. There is one planet that's moving in from the evening nightfall to come to disturb you in the morning. That's the emotional planet. And this emotional planet, of course, can create emotional problems. And it's a holiday, it's a lot to do with emotions as well. So watch out, don't be too emotional about anything. Stick to facts and figures and all will go well. Evening nightfall, I really don't like of this June the 3rd Sunday. Things are going to go wrong. You can be dominating or somebody else could be dominating. Or you could just be in difficulties where trying to cope with problems with people you love or people you work with or people you deal business with. So it's not worth really planning anything for the evening nightfall period. Rather just go back and be in the safety of your own home with the people who love you. And that would be better. I don't like the evening ending, so don't want to expose yourself. The more you are out, the more exposed yourself will be to problems. Let's go to the 4th, which is a Monday, and that starts brilliantly for you. And you're going to be very lucky, most unexpectedly and suddenly, because the planet of unexpected good news is waiting to give you just that. And so even when you wake up in the morning and you are with the people you love, you are going to be very nicely received and you're going to be very happy, and your journey to home, the journey to workplace or to business also good. And when you get there, all the good news, as I said, waiting for you, and you'll be very inventive as well. So talk about your inventive ideas, marketing ways or communication ways. And there's a lot to gain from your morning-afternoon period, and your bosses or your business partners or the people you do business with are all watching you. What you say will be very well received. I like your evening nightfall as well. Firstly, the good planets of morning-afternoon, some of them will be there, and your evening planets waiting for you, they also are very business-minded planets. So mix business and pleasure in the evening nightfall period. You definitely will gain a lot of advantage. Go out with the people you love. No harm joining the business community as well. And you'll get some real good benefits in the evening nightfall period. Very lucky for you. Wear your best colors if you know them already. Let's go to the 5th Tuesday, and that's 24 hours of good luck for you. So 24 hours of good luck for you coming from Scorpio, morning, afternoon, brilliant, good news wherever you work, wherever you business you do. What you say and what you do will be well received. So get onto the phone, get onto the messaging, and you will see that whatever your ideas are, they will be received very well. And whatever you do is going to be rewarding as well in one way or another, whether at work or in business. And if you're chasing for the romance, it's going to be wonderful news that that person would like to meet you. You'll be very happy as well. Evening, nightfall, just as good almost. And just as good meaning that you'll meet people who can help you in every area, and you'll find the romance. You could be with a romance partner. And it's going to have planets which help you very unexpectedly and suddenly. And so be ready for such news. Reply to messages, make your phone calls, go onto the internet. These are perfect planets that are meant for the internet. And so you'll find the joy that you want meeting somebody or another, or the business event, or the opportunity of enhancing your job. Do that in the way of the internet, and you'll get some good news throughout the whole day. We'll go to Wednesday the 6th, which has many problems waiting for you. Even before you leave home, things go wrong and everything's said. You aren't happy with what's happening. And when you get to place of work or in business, plenty of bad news waiting, and whatever you do, mistakes can be thereabout. So you have to be careful in communication, in marketing skills. Things can go very wrong. Must be a reason why bad news comes so much. So evening, nightfall, be careful what you say, be careful what you do. Don't delegate, try and do everything yourself, meet the deadlines. Don't want to think about emotional problems, because these planets who are troubling you will bring emotional issues on your mind, and you could miss out on deadlines just thinking of the sadness in your life. You can't afford that. It's a working day. So concentrate on what you do. Otherwise, you're going to find blame coming you one way or another, whether personal areas, job areas, business areas, everything can go wrong. There's very fast planets there as well. And maybe the quickness that you do, the shortcuts you want to take would produce a problem. So try not to do all that. Some very serious mistakes can be made. I like your evening nightfall very much. You find solutions and you meet people who are kind and good to you. And you'll be able to show off your talents, of any talents that you have, communication skills, marketing skills. So mix business and pleasure, because the business angle of yours is going to be very well received. And just invite people, mix business and pleasure, be with the people you love, is going to go down very nicely. One of these nasty planets in the morning, afternoon will be there. Somebody has to come to spoil the show. But don't worry, these your better planets in the evening nightfall do very well. And just calm down this unhappy planet and don't bring up past issues. 7th Thursday, now that's 24 hours of bad luck, let me put it that way. Morning, afternoon, watch out. Before you leave home, things said and done, some unhappiness cropping up. The drive to work can have accidents if you're not careful. Something can go wrong. And then when you go to work, or if you are in business, you'll find that you can be let down and disappointments await you. Some kind of bad news is waiting to happen in the morning, afternoon period. Put your finger on it as quickly as you can. Identify the people who will trouble you. Take charge in a way that you need help, but take charge as well. Don't delegate, otherwise things are going to get worse and worse. There are people there that you may treat as enemies, because they have plans to somehow trouble you and make sure that success doesn't go your way, whether in work or in business. And in areas of romance, in areas of marriage, there's some kind of news going around, something of a secretive nature, making you unhappy or making your romance or love partner happy. So many problems are there, and drive carefully. Accidents can take place as well in the morning, afternoon period. Evening nightfall is all about emotional sadness and unhappiness. If you don't have to be out, don't, because it's just a jumble of things not going right for you. And if you have to be out, then tell yourself to be very choosy of the company you're going to be in. There are people who would like to put a wedge between you and the people who matter. So the ego play and the differences of opinion, and avoid people who are doing things like drinking too much or other things as well. And drive carefully, don't drink too much, because accidents can take place throughout the whole day. Your 8th of Friday starts brilliantly for you. Planets are a bit slow. Be patient. They are trying to develop some good news for you at your place of work, or in business, or in romance, or in marriage areas. And if you go faster than your planets, it's no good, because you come back empty-handed. So you got to pace yourself in the morning, afternoon. These planets are helping you. They just move slowly. Slow planets for people in Scorpio means long-term planets. Something long-term is happening in a good way for you in the morning, afternoon. There's one planet from the evening side who's making his way up. These are planets of deception and deceit. Some secretive things as well against you perhaps. Don't be part of that group, because otherwise you're going to be blamed, be part of some kind of conspiracy or something like that. And so morning, afternoon, put all your energies to your job, to your business, and you're going to come away with rewards. Or chase somebody in an area of romance. Somebody from your past wants to contact you as well. That could be the romance, we never know, or it could be good news of some kind. Evening, nightfall, I really don't like, and I would like you to, after work, just go back home, because accidents, too much drinking, being in the company of people who do things which are not good, and your name and reputation may also go down the drain if you're seen with them. And also don't share any secrets of your own with anybody, because they're going to be revealed. And so many things can go wrong evening, nightfall sessions. So if you don't have to be out, just go back home. Sometimes it's just better to minimize exposure to risk by going back to the safety of your own home. Now let's go to the 9th Saturday, and very aggressive planets are seen in the morning, afternoon period. But these aggressive planets are your best planets. And so the aggressiveness can be over-determined in getting what you want. Why don't you just take the soft approach? Because you can get what you want, and when you do it softly and gently, it's so much nicer. But to go in and step over toes to get what you want, ruffle the feathers and all that, no good. So take the soft approach in the morning, afternoon, and you'll get what you want, whether in the personal areas of romance or making your family very happy or your romance partner happy or looking for the new romance, or even in the evening nightfall period. You will see that these planets will move there. Evening nightfall are very slow planets, but they are long-term planets. They are trying to get you fixed up long-term, whether in business, in job, in romance or something like that, or just making your marriage happier. So mix business and pleasure, because I see in the evening nightfall of this Saturday, some business planets are also there. Mix it all up, it'll all be very enjoyable, and you will come away with a lot of benefits to your favor in the evening nightfall period. So it's really a very powerful day. Try to take the powerfulness out of it to keep it friendly, because it's a Saturday. So take the soft approach is my advice in everything. You'll come out looking with a wonderful Saturday, providing good news for you. And well, I'm already Skyping, and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session, in which I will tackle your next 7 or 8 years in all areas of your life. And that's going to be based on your date of birth and your time of birth and looking at your palms. And I will do all that calendar year by calendar year, age by age. I will go through it with a tooth comb for you. And I'll give you many ways of enhancing your luck, whether in business, whether in job, whether in romance, whether in marriage. So much is going to go on in the 90 minutes. So send me a message through email, or send me messages through Facebook or Skype. And I will come back to you, and I'll bring a lot of information for you regarding your colors and lotteries. We'll talk about that. I'll give you a calendar so you'll know your good days and bad days as well. Everything on a very personal level. I look forward to your contact, and I'll reply to you as quickly as I can. Until then, thank you and good luck.